Only thing with the White Sox, I say they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt.
What is going on? We are back again. This is episode 5. I can't believe we're already halfway to double digits. That is wild.
What a crazy accomplishment.
I know. Just these days are just flying by. This is MV3. Is our podcast. We're here. We're live.
Quarter of the NFL season's done.
I don't want to talk about that. That doesn't sound pretty when you say it that way. I am Tbone. Keith is here. If you could see on the screen, but if not, for the future audio listeners, Keith has a little thing attached to his name. I went 3-0 in NFL. I did not. Keith did. I did not. But we will get into our recaps of how we both did later.
There was somebody trolling me online about my Marvin Harrison take, which was incorrect, by the way. But
he did get one.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I said
he got one.
So you can try it, and then if you stay away from my picks if you want. But if you didn't, I don't know, man. 5-1 is a good week.
Yeah, well, that's fine. We all have good days and bad days, and we'll get into that. But to start, play a little game as we kind of kick off things a little bit. So I will pull that up. We did it last week. We enjoyed it. It's a little introduction to just this. Let's see if I can get that.
Here we go.
That's better. I like that better. So we have the Weddle normal NFL guessing game. Keith has only done this twice, and this was last week.
Yeah.
So the normal, as a reminder, is only offense.
Got it.
Okay. So give me an offensive player.
Okay. Let's start with. We're gonna get a little. Let's do Sam Laporta. Let's go off the game right now.
Sam Laporta, it's gonna hit. Oh, okay. We're in the NFC. Okay. Not a tight end. Not in the North.
Okay.
Shorter than 6'3". Older than 23. His number is less than 87. All right.
Should we like Saquon?
The Barkley.
Oh no, NFC East.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I see. That's the problem. I get all okay. All right, what do we have here?
So
it's south or the west.
He's got to be a wide receiver. There's no way under 6 foot.
I don't. How old's Kyler Murray?
Ooh.
I'm just thinking of small people right now.
Yeah, I like Kyler Murray. I'm just gonna show you. I like it. Okay.
Wow. On the Cardinals.
He's under 5'10". That is a little man.
Who's on the Cardinals? Who's small on the Cardinals?
And a wide receiver.
It's definitely not an offensive lineman. Oh my God.
Marvin Harrison is not 5'10".
No, I'm thinking of their older receivers.
So the numbers are between.
Michael Wilson's not under 5'10". Who's their slot guy?
Greg Dortch. It's Greg Dortch.
Dortch. Yeah, Dortch.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
we just bang.
That's impressive.
So I said short. Yep.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, let's go. Unlimited hard. Now we're in the hard mode.
Yeah, now we're going to get an offensive line.
Let's get hard. All right. Started last time.
Let's start with just an offensive lineman, just for fun. Let's do Christian Darrisaw. That's the Vikings left tackle, by the way.
I know who it is.
Okay, just so that people know.
We're in the NFC, not no lineman.
Okay.
Yeah. How about let's go in NFC defensive lineman? How about under
we can do
6'5".
defense in this one too?
Oh yeah, hard as can
God.
be defense. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. 6'5". I would have said Aiden Hutchinson, but
Not in the north.
he's it's older than 25. Who's a savvy?
What about Nick Bosa?
How about Joey? He's in the AFC. I like
Yeah.
Nick. Is he older than 25? It's close to 25.
He's got to be, yeah.
26. Okay. We're on the D line. We're in the NFC. We're still in the NFC. South or East? NFC East. How about
God.
Brandon Graham?
There you go. Eagles. Yeah, that's a good poll.
Not a personal favorite. Back from
If we have another.
okay.
What about?
I didn't know if they were going to count Brandon Graham as a linebacker or D line.
My thought was Dexter Lawrence,
who's he played for?
but that's not true because the number's under 55.
Right.
So
we're
now
under 55. We have 6'2". Yeah, there's not going to be a wider. Oh, that'd be a tall corner even at
Zach
6'2".
Bond.
Is he? No, it'd be Philly.
No, because Philly. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Damn.
We are in the East. Dallas. Micah Parsons.
You might as well throw it out there.
We're on the right team.
Cowboys. All right.
Okay, so it's a DB.
So he's a safety, probably.
Stephon Gilmore still on the.
No, he's a Viking. You didn't see him because Love didn't throw at him. Javon.
Yeah, that's why. Sure, that's totally why.
Javon Curse. I think no, it's not. There's a guy that was safety for the Vikings.
He's 6'2", a 6'2" safety.
He was huge. Curse was his last name.
Oh boy!
God.
What Dallas? He's on Dallas.
Yeah, I know. I think Curse plays for Dallas.
Really?
Hold on.
Well, you can't look it up. That's cheating.
Okay, well, I'm not. I was
just saying. I thought you were going to go
Curse.
look and you were going to like bring it up.
Let's find a Curse.
A Javon Curse?
No, because that's the old DN, but it does start with a J. It's a J. Javonte.
I don't.
He went to Clemson. The Vikings drafted him, and he went to the Cowboys. I know for a fact he's on the Cowboys, and he's tall as hell.
Okay. How about we know it's a DB? What about Trayvon Diggs? We know he's on the Cowboys. He's a DB. Let's see that Diggs. Trayvon. Okay. Yep. Okay.
So defensive back. We're still talking safeties, right?
We already knew that. Yeah. Yep. But he's older than 26.
Jaron Curse. Jaron. There it is. Jaron Curse. He plays for Dallas. DB. He's got.
You looked it up.
No, I didn't. I see that might not be his name. Let's see.
Okay. Who's the other safety? Hooker. Was it Malik? It's not Hendon. That's a quarterback.
Malik. If it's
Malik, I think it's Malik.
I think that's one you have to go for.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my God.
We are just. This is just a wild day. Wild day. Okay.
Well, I'm glad I was off on the Curse thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, we're gonna go there. There we go. Wow. Okay. So
how many guesses do you get in that game?
I think 10 for hard. Eight for normal. 8 for normal.
We're never gonna lose.
I don't know, man. There's been some times. There's been like long snapper. I mean, I can take like Tabor Pepper over at San Fran. I can tell you that guy. There used to be the guy on the Eagles who did magic. I don't.
4-0. We're 4-0.
Yeah, that's true. We
are
4-0. Let's get into a little bit. What do we got? What's up? Hey, Farachi, how are your Jets? They suck.
Yeah.
Yikes.
We'll talk about that.
We will. That's tough. Tough day. How are you enjoying the Aaron Rodgers experience? So, you know what? Actually, that's funny, Farachi, that you're here because we were actually going to talk baseball, and this guy is actually a former MLB videographer.
Oh, fun!
So there's videos that you saw go viral that he filmed himself, and he was on like with the World Series with the camera and
wow.
yeah, he was there.
It's pretty sick. I like that.
I don't know about that one.
Vikings Jets in London this week.
Oh, yikes. Gross. No one wants to watch that.
What do you mean?
No one wants to watch that. All right, but let's get into the actual baseball side of this.
Yes.
We're not just a football podcast, right?
No. I'm excited about this.
I don't
too.
like that. Don't like that. I want us to go underneath. There we go. Oh, I don't like that. No, we got to go on the side again.
Yeah, we're back. Okay, we're good.
Okay, so we had fun. There's a fun game today. I lost money because I picked the Braves to sweep, and they would have if they didn't sell in fucking
that first game. I think like
fun game.
Was the epitome of playoff baseball. That was great. Like the Mets. The funny thing about it is when it went 6-3, I'm like, yeah, the Mets are definitely blowing this. There's too much time left for this game. Right. And they did, and I'm stunned. Francisco Lindor is pretty damn good right now.
Hits nukes.
Yeah, he's playing pretty damn good. He was injured, too, earlier this week to do what he did. But that's how it should be for the Mets, the way they pay him.
True.
So.
Okay, so let's start on the right side over here with the NL wild card. You have your beloved Brewers against the New York Mets. How do we feel?
I feel like we're in this situation every single year.
You are probably favored to win this, no?
Yeah, I have not. You would have to pull up the odds, but because I have not seen the odds, honestly, because it's so fresh. But I think we are the better team. I really do. Maybe not like at the top of the lineup there, the Francisco Lindors, the Pete Alonsos, but Pete Alonso hasn't been that great of late. I think we have better pitching. I do. I mean, they're probably going to throw game one Luis Severino.
They are. And you are throwing Freddie Peralta.
Not that Freddie's some Brandon Woodruff or Corbin Burns, but I think we have the advantage as well in the bullpen as well. I just think it's weird for the Mets. The Mets, they did this doubleheader today, poured everything into that first game. Now they got to come back to Milwaukee. They just flew from Milwaukee to Atlanta back to Milwaukee.
Yep.
I think game one for the Brewers is a must-win. For me,
it's a 3-game series.
I know, but you can win the next two. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right. Theoretically, yes. You are correct.
Correct. And I think tomorrow's has to win. I will take the Brewers in 3.
Yeah, I'm taking the Mets in 2. It's going to be another year that I get to say,
if that happens,
you guys got to play 2 extra games and lost still. I can't wait. It's my favorite time of year. Brewers fans are all excited and happy. Oh, where are the Cubs? Yeah, well, we won the same amount of playoff games. Good job, guys.
I agree with you if that does happen. I'm just thoroughly not expecting it to happen.
No one's getting past the
problem.
Phillies.
Maybe that's the problem.
No one's getting past the Phillies.
No, we would have to play the Phillies next. That doesn't look great. I was hoping to honestly play the Dodgers, even though that doesn't look great either. But like the Phillies, I think are the best team in my eyes.
I believe I said Phillies Orioles. I believe. When we said quick shot. So those are our takes on the Brewers and the Mets. How about Braves Padres?
This, I think, now Chris Sale had back spasms, was a scratch from the second game today.
Yep.
Which they were saving him for an elimination game, and that happened, and then he's got back spasms.
So both of them are TBDs. There are no announced starters for either team for Tuesday.
I don't think he's gonna pitch. Like, if he's got back spasms today and couldn't pitch with the season on the line, I don't see it. And without Sale, I don't see them winning that series with the Padres. I think the Padres beat him in 2. And the Braves are really good, but I don't.
I have the Padres. They're not. They lost Strider earlier in the year. Sale's struggling. They're losing. They haven't really had their 1-2 punch all season. Mm-hmm. Give me the Padres. I don't really care about the California series after that. I don't care. It's going to be Dodgers Phillies in the NLCS.
If the Brewers go out in the first round, I'm rooting for the Phillies.
Yeah, me too. I love how they're like NL Wildcard presented by T-Mobile 5G Home Internet. NLDS sponsored by Booking.com. NLCS sponsored by Loan Depot. What the fuck? Like,
It's like bowl games. We got to get to the Capital One Bowl there.
Jeez. Presented by Adobe for the 2024 World Series Capital One Bowl. That's wow. This is wild. Okay, on the other side, Houston versus Detroit. This is going to be a pretty solid game. I'm going to give my take first. The Detroit Tigers are fucking hot.
Yeah.
And I am a little upset that I don't live in Detroit anymore because that place gets rocking anytime the Tigers are even an ounce of good. They weren't at all when I lived there, unfortunately. But they care. They are a lot. Bold of me to say, they are like the NL version of the Cubs. They are a gritty city. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see Houston, LA, see some cheaters.
I could see it though. So what's your pick in this?
I'm Detroit in 3. They have the best guy hurling game 1 in the entire playoffs.
They do. They
Tariq,
have the Cy Young.
Is it Tarek or Tariq? I always forget.
Tariq Coble. Tarek. No, Tarek.
Tarek Skubal.
Tarek Skubal.
I always call him Scoobs, so I don't fucking. Yeah.
I think Skubal actually does win game 1. I'm with you.
Yep.
I mean, if he doesn't, it's a sweep. But after that, I think, yes, the Tigers are hot. But again, I said this about the Astros. They're 71 and like 44 or something in the last 3 months. I got the Astros in 3 because they lose a Skubal game 1. I also think the Astros beat Cleveland too. So unfortunately, I know, but they always make it to the ALCS. Everyone knows that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. So underneath Kansas City and the Baltimore Orioles, is this even a match? I mean, game 1 is Raglan's and Burns. That is not
the
Raglan's.
Orioles.
There's no L. Ragans, Ragans. I call him Ragu. Anytime I talk about Cole Ragu, that guy, I like hitting some ladders on his Ks. That guy deals. Okay.
I think the Orioles steamroll them. I think because if you look how Kansas City ended the season, the last month they were terrible. They lost like 7 games in a row at one point. They only ended up making the playoffs by 1 game, and they weren't even in trouble all year until the end.
That's why I think Baltimore's just. I think it's Baltimore's year. Like I said, I have them going all the way. I think it's gonna be a great series. I got Baltimore in 3. Give me
2.
Nope. Give me 3. And I have Jackson Holliday hitting a home run in every game.
Wow. See, I like Bobby Witt a lot. So
Bobby Witt is legit.
But I think the Orioles could just pile runs on the Royals pitching. What the series would I would be very interested in will be the Yankees and Orioles.
Oh, so you're just assuming?
Yeah, no, I'm eliminating Kansas City right now.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. We're not going to get into. We'll wait because we're just kind of giving our preview of the wild card.
These will be done by Thursday, so we're fine.
Yeah, we record on Wednesday.
Right. So the couple games you'll know.
We should have a good idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm glad because I get to go to Illinois tomorrow, so I get to bet some games.
There you go.
So that is the MLB talk. We'll get into a little bit more as we go. What's the Monday Night Football? How are we looking?
So the Lions, like I expected, are steamrolling the Seahawks right now, 14-0.
Of course.
And I don't know if anybody's even watching the Titans game. I am because I'm on the Titans. They're up 6-3.
Am I seeing this correctly that Mason Rudolph is in that quarterback?
Yes. So Will Levis dove for first down early in the game, landed on his shoulder pretty bad, and they have since pulled him from the game. And Mason Rudolph and Snoop Hutley are it's bad. It's a real bad game.
I don't know what the under was, but I would have taken it. I don't.
37.
Could have said 20.
You're good. You're real good.
Could have said 20.
Yeah, you're really good.
Could have said 20. They're at halftime and it's 6-3, and you'd still be on pace.
It's a
yikes
bad game. Very bad.
Yeah, not that that's like surprising, but
no.
Let's get into a little bit more of our NFL talks. Starting with the Ravens-Bills game, which wasn't pretty. I'll just say that. Derrick Henry almost running for damn near 200 yards. I thought he had 2 touchdowns. Did he catch one? I thought he had 2.
He might have caught one. Yeah.
I'm pulling
All
up
I remember
box
is the
score.
88 yards.
Yes, he did. He did catch one. 3 for 10 and a touchdown, and then 199 and a touchdown with a long of 87.
So I said this last week. This was easy to me. Like the Ravens are figuring it out. Lamar and Derrick Henry have continuity together, I think, now. And going forward, I think this team's a wagon. I think personally right now, best team in the league. And I've never said that about Baltimore before, but I really think Derrick Henry with Lamar Jackson is going to be very hard to stop. I think they figured it out. He's running 87-yard touchdowns like he's back in his younger days in Tennessee.
Took off.
He took off. He looks ready to go. I mean, so with that backfield, I don't know. I think it's unstoppable right now.
So you're telling me the Ravens are they're the team in the AFC North? Are you going to say that?
Yeah. I would go as far as saying in my bold take, they're the team in the AFC.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I'm that in. I was sold last week against Dallas because I was like, okay, these guys figured it out. And now they just smushed the Bills, who were everyone's team before the week. I mean, the AFC, if you look at it, there's not a lot of teams that are playing off the charts.
I'm just going to point this one out. I'm just going to put this one out there. I know we give our picks on Wednesdays. The Ravens play the Bengals this week. Ravens are their spread is 2.5. That's a Ravens all day. That's a massive game.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, they're gonna actually.
Oh God,
what's the total? Because
50.5.
Yeah, so that's another thing. I think Burrow's been figuring out a little bit. Not saying they're good, but I think their defense still stinks. The Bengals. That game
tied for the highest.
35-21.
They're tied for the highest with the Cardinals-Niners.
I like.
Oh man, I didn't really want to get into a preview of next week, but dear Lord, Dolphins-Patriots next week.
Oh, that's the best.
Yucky! No one wants this.
I'm
excited for. Oh, you're gonna hate the Jets-Vikings game. That game's got to be at like 5 a.m. for you.
6:30.
That's gross.
I actually kind of like it. You know, it's.
Do you?
Yeah, no, I get up early here. It's not as hot early in the morning, so we get up a little early.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Get up at 6. You know, start the drinks early.
If you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning, that is
almost before sunrise.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm looking at like some of the other teams that are. Man, it's hard for me to see anyone on the NFC side. I mean, I don't think there's a team in the NFC that is clear cut the best.
No,
like you look at the East and the North, you have the Vikings and the Commanders leading it, which not all that surprising because I think I was kind of on the Commanders and I think you were a little bit.
You were more on the Vikings than me, and
I picked the game this week. That's my one bet that won this week. I know. But like the Buccaneers, it's not that they don't look for real because Mayfield looked really good this week. But then the Seahawks are getting dismantled and they're undefeated. So it's like
for me, it's the Lions. That's my team to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC. I really like the Lions.
Dude, there's a real the Vikings are the best team in the NFC right now.
By record, yes.
I'm just saying.
No, I agree. We'll talk about it.
I know. I'm just kind of looking at it like who do I think? I don't know, man. No one really in the NFC, like even the Lions have looked bad. They look bad against the Bucs, not even against the team that I would say is a top tier. The Bucs are looking good. They're looking like they're going to win. They're on the way to winning the division.
Please don't let Atlanta.
Yeah. Atlanta and New Orleans are still there. I think it's going to be a bloodbath between the three of them at this point.
I think we figured out New Orleans who they actually are, though. I really do.
It's really upsetting because I picked up Rashid Shaheed a bunch, and that's just hasn't done well for me.
They're okay, you know.
Yeah. Looking at it, I mean, and I understand I picked them to lose this week, but the Packers, while they started off poor, they gave up what, 3 picks, 2 fumbles, or a fumble,
1
2
fumble
missed field
and
goals,
3 interceptions, and 2 missed field goals.
and they lost by 2.
Yeah.
Jordan Love's still slunging around. Granted, I will attest 2 of his interceptions were not his fault; they were tipped. It is what it is. But he looks fine.
I mean, he looks fine. I think he's fine.
Yes, he
I just got so upset I threw a water bottle on accident.
yeah, I understand.
I don't think he should have played.
No, I don't think he should have either because he looked good enough. If this was a playoff game, or hey, we need this game to make the playoffs, yes. But there was enough cause of concern of him not pushing through on his front leg and ripping the ball that he underthrew the ball multiple times. One of them was on one of the interceptions was 100% his fault.
Well, if you just saw like Blake Cashman, when he sacked him in the first half, it looked like he made Blake Cashman look like a 4.4 40 guy. I mean, he couldn't, and Jordan Love's good at that. He's good at getting away from the pressure. Yeah. He was not really getting away from the pressure.
Yeah, so I hear that, and I'm not saying like Green Bay needs to be feared, but they're kind of like my sleeper, and I'm a Packer fan, so it's weird to say that, but I did just pick them to lose, so I think I can be unbiased here. I think they're the ones that are sitting at like a 2-2. Like the 49ers, their injuries, who we don't fucking know. We don't know what's going to happen, so they're a question mark. Philly doesn't look great. Dallas doesn't look great. Green Bay, granted, 0-2 with Love at quarterback, 2-0 with Malik.
It's a good stat.
It's a fun fact. But he's only going to get healthier.
No, I agree.
You'd imagine. So it's like
I agree with you.
They also didn't give up being down 28. They fought back, literally had a chance. If we don't miss 2 field goals, that last drive, even if we go 50-50, we're driving to score a touchdown, and they did. They went 96 yards in 5 plays. Like that was a very efficient. That Jordan Love looked fantastic. His last drive.
Well, that shell of a defense that Flores decided at that point was not.
I understand some of it's defense, but because even if they score, they're still down. Even if they get 2 points, they're still down.
Right.
I get it. And I'm not saying they just picked them apart. They did, but it was also the design of the defense. But they're the team sitting at 2-2 with the Niners, Saints, Falcons, Bears, Eagles, Cowboys in the NFC. That I'm like, yeah, I'd be most afraid of the Packers once Love gets fully healthy. I mean, I still see this happening of Minnesota, Detroit, Green Bay in the playoffs.
I agree with you. I think the Packers are really good. After yesterday, I think they're really good. It wasn't necessarily that they were playing bad. The Vikings are just way better than anyone thought, and even I think, because like the 28-0 start, it was like everything was perfect. The first drive, I'm like, oh God, this is bad. 3rd and 13, the first drive, Darnold, easy as you like, just hits Jalen Naylor for like 24 yards, and it just went and went and went and went. It was just an avalanche.
I believe he's leading the league in touchdown passes now, by the way.
Yeah,
11 I believe.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Vikings are a good team. That division is loaded. I think the Packers are just, if they get in the playoffs, they're just as likely as anyone because
I have to see that the NFC North is right now the best division in football. In the NFC.
I think football. You know my stance on the Lions. I absolutely love the Lions.
Man. I'm looking through even the AFC. The North is a 2-team race. The East should be the Bills, but they just got waxed. The South, the Vikings dismantled the Texans. And Titans and Jags are both offers right now. Maybe Tennessee wins today, but who gives a shit? It's the shitty Dolphins at this point.
I do. I got my
Kansas City 4-0 with a shit ton of injuries.
Yeah.
Raiders and Broncos don't impress me. Chargers are maybe. But yeah, there's no other team.
As usual, it's wide open.
Yeah.
And I agree. I thought I learned a lot about the Packers yesterday. I think both coaches are very good in that game. Like
Yeah,
LaFleur
100%.
and KOC, Kevin O'Connell, are very good coaches. I think they were prepared, the Vikings, in the first half. I think also a little bit of rust from Jordan Love helped us.
A little bit.
I really like the division. I still think the Packers get into the playoffs. I think they're just as good as anyone, in my opinion.
Like I said, I easily see all three of them in a realistic chance of making it. And even in the Vikings going forward, like they have the Jets, don't scare me. Lions, that's gonna be a good game in 2 weeks. At Rams don't. If Puka and them are still hurt, don't scare me.
So here's my thing. With
Home
that.
against the Colts,
Yeah.
At Jags. I understand Jets are in London, so who fucking knows with that one.
Undefeated in London, Vikings.
Yeah, but then you have after the Colts, Jags, Titans, Bears.
I think they should at this point, they should be in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to win the division because I'm so heavy on Detroit.
Fair.
But there's a time. So the PFF grade, I don't care if we care about PFF or not. PFF grade yesterday for Darnold was very low. He was the rated lowest on the offense. Somehow, that's a little crazy. But I do see there is a point here where I can see the Darnold thing. As good as he's been, I can see one of these times we're going to get like a 4-turnover Darnold game. Like we're going to get a 4-turnover Darnold game. I don't know when it's going to be. It could be in the first round of the playoffs. It could be a big division game at the end of the year. It could be next week. I don't know, but I can see it happening. Like I still just don't trust him. I felt like when the game was kind of unraveling on them in the second half, there was no steadying of the ship per se.
Right.
And then you go fumble right away. It wasn't really his fault, but like the things you got to feel out a little bit at the line of scrimmage. I don't know. So, but I agree. The NFC North is the best division right now. Are you counting out the Bears?
Yeah, dude.
I agree.
I can't trust the Bears at all. I don't.
Them being
they're probably going to win this week.
Shocking to me.
They easily could have beaten the Texans and the Colts and then just didn't. Their offense is not nearly what they thought it was.
Yeah.
They finally decided to use DeAndre Swift for the first time. That, wow, you guys brought him in and he's actually a good player. Shocking how that works. I don't trust the Bears. I can see them losing to the fucking Panthers.
They do have the easiest schedule out of all of the teams in the NFC North.
I don't know, dude. They have their stretch to nearly at the end of the season. Packers, Vikings, Lions, Niners, Vikings, Lions, Seahawks, Packers. It's very backloaded for the division.
Yeah.
Obviously the Lions and the they're gonna have a similar backloaded schedule. It's actually really not that backloaded, but
we had it front loaded.
Yeah, the Bears, you have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of your what? No, 6. All 6. I'm tripping. All 6 in the last.
That's
8
crazy.
weeks.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And we're all high on the other 3.
Yeah,
the Bears could easily end up going 0 for 7.
I think they're gonna win one
0 for 8.
game. I don't know who it's gonna be against, but
maybe the Seahawks the day after Christmas. Maybe the Seahawks. I think their last win will be in November or mid-November against the Patriots. Then they go 1-7 the rest of the way.
Yeah, they're backloaded. That was the thing. They had to get off to a good start. That was everyone's thing, and they've been they're clunky. Who do they play this week?
Panthers.
That for the Bears at this point in their development already that's a must win.
Yeah, you can't drop that.
You cannot drop that game.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm excited though. I
Great
love
race.
it. The Chiefs. Let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. They are 4-0.
Yeah.
Are they a real 4-0?
They are a real 4-0 because of their quarterback. He's losing weapons fast. But again, if there's any guy that at quarterback who's going to figure that out, it's him. I think the Rashid Rice is a bigger loss than like Isaiah Pacheco for how long. That's a huge loss.
Kareem Hunt will take that spot. Not a problem.
It's a big loss. I think they're not a fake 4-0 because of the quarterback, but eventually they're going to start dropping games. I am in the opinion that they have to make a trade for a wide receiver at some point, and they're going to. That's my opinion. I think that is something you do in just a championship window. And, if you got depleted team, I think they're going to go get someone. And I think that's all they really need probably is one more guy at this point, because that defense is pretty damn good. And I think that's the part that's not talked about with the Chiefs, and it never is. But they are pretty damn good on the defensive side of the ball. They're not going to cover any big spreads.
Right.
That they don't do that. They're not going to do that. They might lean on the defense a little more, but I do think they're a real 4-0. They're not. I don't think they're going to be the number one team in the league record-wise at the end of the year with all the injuries.
They don't have to be, right?
But they don't have to be, exactly.
I mean, their current rushing leader is still Pacheco. Their current receiving leader is still Rice. Both of those guys are out, probably for the year. I know
Pacheco's
Rice
like 6 to 8 weeks or something.
Okay, damn near the whole year.
Yeah,
Rashid Rice it's not confirmed, but I think they believe he's towards ACL. I believe.
Yeah, he's done.
And he might be facing suspension come next year. So you might not see Rashid Rice on the field for a year and a half.
We'll go over their wide receiver depth right now. Who they got? Worthy, Juju. Then what?
Oh, you can't. Oh, you don't know. They still have Sky Moore.
Oh yeah,
he's still on the team.
All right,
Sky Moore. They have 3. They have on their depth chart. They have 6 wide receivers. They only have 3 of them that aren't on IR. Rashid Rice will go to IR. They have Xavier Worthy. Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting Justin Watson and Mecole Hardman. Justin Watson and Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, you know what? Mecole Hardman will probably turn into a star again.
You know what? They should really.
That's how it works.
They should trade back for MVS.
I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying. It'll just be like an average guy that they make a deal for at the deadline for like nothing from a bad team, and he'll be in the Super Bowl with like a touchdown. Like, that's what the Chiefs will do.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about that because that's just. I don't want to.
Are you sick of them?
Yeah, but I still think they're going to win the Super Bowl and go 3. So it's gross. Some stinker of games. Pick one to talk about. Jets, Eagles, Steelers. Pick one.
I have to go with the Jets.
Okay, let's talk about the
Jets. Weather was bad. You got freaking. I think Robert Saleh. It might be a terrible coach.
You don't say.
He's got Rodgers calling him out like in the media.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
What are they doing? Rodgers goes, yeah, maybe we just fucking hold them accountable, which is very valid answer.
Yes.
Like Rodgers
sounds like we got to dumb down the offense.
Not even that.
He's the defensive guy.
Be like, I don't fucking know. How about I deal with the cadence and we just hold guys accountable for fucking up? How about that? Yeah, sure. That sounds good to me, Aaron.
I mean, if this turns into a train wreck, when is he fired by? Because it could. It's like tipping. I feel like it's tipping a little.
The Jet. You got to imagine. Saleh gets fired. Rodgers is gone. Not retired, because Rodgers has played. He looks fine. He doesn't look slow. He doesn't look off. He still looks like he can sling the ball.
So you think next year he plays again?
For someone else, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know who. I maybe California, Cali team.
Dude, I haven't even thought about that.
But like, because if Saleh gets fired, there's no way the GM, if he stays, Joe Douglas, I believe, is going to hire a new coach and be like, hey, you have to deal with Aaron Rodgers for a while, and then I'll let you pick a new quarterback.
Right.
Be like, fuck no, I'm not coming. I'm not doing that.
You know what's going to happen if they gets to that point? Rodgers makes the pick of the coach.
But then they would have to commit Rodgers would have to commit to like 3 more years.
Probably 2, and I think he might.
What coach is going to sit there and be like, yeah, okay, I'm only guaranteed for 2 years, and if Aaron Rodgers hates me, I'm
what's
out?
his name? What's his name? Who was awful for the Broncos?
Luke Getsy?
He was the former OC.
Luke Getsy. Getsy.
Was it him?
Is it not
the
him?
Former OC of Green Bay? That's not ringing a bell. Whoever the former offensive coordinator was with Aaron Rodgers, and then he went to the Broncos because they thought they were going to get Rodgers, and he coached 1 year and he got fired. He was horrid.
Oh, no, sorry. Getsy is the OC for the Raiders.
It'll be that guy. Whoever that.
Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett.
Yes, there's the coach. Nathaniel Hackett, Jets coach. That would be the guy. Because he doesn't know what he's doing, and all he did in Green Bay was just listen to Rodgers anyways. It's like literally exactly what they need.
That's tough. That's so tough.
These are the things, like, as a football team, like, again, you look at the Jets. Like, it's not even just a shit show on Sunday on the field, but look how they've handled so many situations. Like, you see Sam Darnold right now. Everyone's talking. Bill Belichick 2 weeks in a row has just went on Pat McAfee and bashed the fact that everyone loves Sam Darnold. Everyone loves Sam Darnold except the Jets.
Which is wild. Everyone hates him. Oh, Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 touchdowns. Love that.
Yeah, they're rolling. I love it. But yeah, it's just a weird. The Jets just always mess.
I'm gonna throw this out there. Rodgers to the Dolphins.
There you go. And I'll take anyone to the Dolphins. I hate that damn team. I will rage about them.
I would like to see that. I would like to see Tyreek get passes from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, well, on the game, it was raining. I don't know if that's an excuse, but you're telling me. I think Breece Hall had like how many yards in the rain? Not many. I think I checked. Yeah, 4 yards. 4 yards for Breece Hall in the rain. What were you doing? Bo Nix had negative yards passing at halftime. He ended with like 60, and they won the game. It was raining. It wasn't like it was a damn hurricane. It just terrible by the Jets all around and coaching, and they don't even look like they know the offense, which is the problem. Also, I think it shows how bad the Patriots are, what the Jets did to them. It was so easy. But, like, you see them this week, and it's like they don't look on the same page. Coaching, Rodgers, the offense. Nobody looks really on the same page. And going forward, it could be I think they need to win the game way more than the Vikings do in London, because it could be a win against a 4-0 team, get back on track. It's like, oh, that was just a blip. But if it's not and they lose again,
yikes.
The Robert Saleh stuff is going to start. I guarantee it.
Yeah. All right. So that's the Jets. The Jets in a must-win game this week. We're going to ignore the fucking Eagles because I've talked too much about the Eagles over the years on this fucking podcast. So the Pittsburgh Steelers. Listen, and after this, we will get into our picks and what happened to them. I don't know what happened in this game.
I do.
Because it was 17-10 going into the fourth, and my under pick was looking phenomenal.
Me too. I had the under as well.
I was like, all right, cool. And then they decided to score 24 points in the fourth quarter. I'm looking like, what is going on? What is going on?
That helps. Anthony Richardson got hurt. And the fact when he got hurt helped them in a sense.
Which also sold our pick of Anthony Richardson throwing an interception.
Yes, it did.
That was not cool.
No.
Like they're up 24. They are up 24-10 in the fourth. The Colts are. Justin Fields.
Guy.
Matt Gay field goal. Pat Freiermuth touchdown. What? What are we doing out there?
Fields got cooking, but it was a little too late. I'm shocked by that game because the Colts gave up 24 points to Justin Fields, and with that Steeler defense, they didn't win. It made no sense. The game was really weird. I don't think it means anything going forward for either of the teams.
Correct. I'm still high on the Steelers. I still think the Colts suck.
Does Russell Wilson get a chance now?
No. Why would he? Fields threw for a touchdown and ran.
I don't know. They brought in Russell Wilson for something, just to hold the clipboard?
Listen, he threw for 300 yards and scored 3 touchdowns.
I agree. I'm not saying
Fields was not the problem here.
No, I don't think he was. I think it was his best game.
Literally, they were showing if you would have parlayed a Colts win with Justin Fields to rush for 2 touchdowns and throw for 300 yards, you could have spent like $5 and won like $2,000. It was absurd. Like it was one of those statistical anomaly games. I believe in Justin Fields on the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers.
I hear you, but I just feel like it's going to get to a point where it doesn't matter. I think Russell Wilson has to play eventually.
Nope.
I don't think Tomlin's a pushover.
The Steelers are a business. They do not care. They are a business. They want to win. They are not going to change their culture because they brought in a veteran quarterback and the young guy's still slinging the ball. They're not doing it.
I predict that he plays in 2 weeks.
No shot.
There's my bold pick. I think they play the Cowboys next. I think the Cowboys
lose.
Actually do a number on them.
I don't.
Even though I don't like the Cowboys. I
don't like them either, but I don't.
And that's the excuse. There's your excuse. I'm convinced they have to give him a chance.
They'd be 3-2. What do you mean there's a chance?
That's my bold take. I think you have to give him a chance. I'm going
to tell you right now, I know it's a hot take. Awful hot take.
Okay. Well,
I'm letting you know it's an awful take.
So over under Russell Wilson starts this year. Let's go with 5.
Under. Well
okay.
Under.
Right.
I would, if you would have said 3.5. 3.
Okay.
Wow. I wish I could bet that because I would bet that. But speaking of selling and picking things, let's go over our picks for the week.
Let's do it. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Starting with college, our pick recaps. I had Bowling Green -9, UCF, Colorado under, and Syracuse -28.5. Syracuse won by 28.
I moved the line to win that too.
Yeah, I know. Syracuse, I didn't win that bet. Syracuse won by 28 because they decided to give up 14 points randomly in the second quarter.
That was weird. Agreed.
UCF, Colorado went over based on a fumble recovery with 5 minutes left in the fourth. Awesome. Lost that one. Bowling Green, outright lost to Old Dominion. Really?
By the way, I rode you on that one.
I'm sorry. Okay. I went 0-3 for college. Keith, how did you do with your college picks?
College picks, awesome. All right, well, we'll start Friday night. Rutgers, I had Rutgers. That game, that was easy for a while. I mean, Rutgers pretty much had control of it, but the Washington kicker missed 3 kicks, and I think they won 21-18, if I recall. Yeah. So the Washington kicker missed 3 kicks. The poor kid's name is Grady Gross. His kicks were gross. And Rutgers beat Washington because of a kicker. So, yeah, know your personnel, people. And then I lost the second game because I had Michigan, which was just a ridiculous game. That they were up 24-3, and then I just left my house because I'm like, well, it's over.
Cashed.
Yeah, it's cashed. I'm going 6-0 this week. I'm feeling good. And then I looked up, and they were winning by a field goal. And there was an onside kick that would you like to attest to?
Okay.
Michigan paid the refs.
No. Here's the thing. Was he offsides? Absolutely not.
Okay.
However, the ball hit a gopher before 10 yards, and that's what did the weird kick. And there was another illegal touching. Oh, yeah, because the guys blocked him before Michigan ever touched the ball. Both are not allowed. You can't block a guy before it goes 10 yards. They did that. Was it offsides? Absolutely not. I don't know what they were looking at. It was not offsides. When I watched it and they got recovered, I'm like, oh, boy, that's not good. And then I was like, wait. And then I saw a flag. I'm like, oh, yeah, it kind of did look like they blocked him early or whatever. Or like the way it like caromed off the guy, I thought it might have hit the gopher before 10 yards. I'm like, okay, yeah, it'd probably be a re-kick, no problem, illegal touching, whatever. Offsides. And then they show the replay, and I'm like, that's not offsides. What are we doing?
So that's that. There's a lot to unpack there because Minnesota has terrible luck. That was such a Minnesota sports loss. And then Michigan's on one of the weirdest roller coaster rides of the season so far. I mean, that should have been just wipe the floor, move on. It wasn't.
It was up until like 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
They are one of the more interesting teams. And not just because you're a fan of them. They really just are. Every game's just like, you never know.
Speaking of, I finally watched that Sign Stealer documentary on Netflix. I finally found the heart to do it. And all I have to say is Connor Stallings is my hero. I don't the whole betting or not betting, cheating scandal. It just shows me that we had a dedicated player, a dedicated coach.
I kind of agree with you.
Like, and there's like, oh, did you buy tickets for members of your like to go watch the games? He's like, well, yeah, I bought tickets, but no, it wasn't until my mom wanted to go to the game or something. Like, who the fuck?
His mom's like a diehard Michigan fan. She's going to, like, Alabama.
Hey mom, go. Hey mom, here's my manifesto. Watch this for me. Like, and then they're like, well, why would you go to all these games? He goes, I don't know. I'm a massive college football fan. I'm in the military. I'm traveling all the time. And I'm like, that makes sense to me. Like, I understand I might be biased, but
the only one that throws me off in that whole thing is, and he wouldn't give it a yes or a no, and other than Dave Portnoy, the Central Michigan thing.
Portnoy goes, yeah, he told me it was him. He told me he was on the sideline. And then I'm like, and then Stallings is like, I don't know.
No, that's not me.
I'm like, wait, are we trolling? Because I like that. That's kind of funny. Or maybe Portnoy.
It is funny. It is funny, but like the fact that he was on the Central Michigan sideline is allegedly is ridiculous. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, Michigan. Moving on, Michigan. Great story as we continue this college football season because they're still in it, folks. They're still.
I got $100 on over 8.5 wins. So
yeah, and you're still in it, and it's going to be great because
I got into an argument about Indiana being a quality football team.
They're playing well,
but someone literally told me. Now Indiana's ranked in the top 25, which
they are
wild.
By the way, their schedule is very easy until Michigan.
Someone told me Indiana is a bigger threat than Ohio State.
Okay, well.
I can't. These TikTok comments.
Who are your friends?
They're not my friends. We post our clips on the TikTok.
Oh, they told you.
Oh yeah. They were. I'd have to try to find it on one of our TikToks. They literally were like, "Yeah, like Indiana's gonna roll them." And I'm not saying like Indiana's a bad team. Like they haven't played anyone, so they deserve a top 25 ranking. They're undefeated, no problem.
They have Ohio's old quarterback.
Also, someone tried to tell me Washington was a shit program before Kalen DeBoer turned them around. I'm like, they made the playoffs in 2016, won their conference in 2018. What are you talking about? Like,
love our clips on TikTok. Everyone just go out there and start trashing us because Tbone's the one in control of it, so he's just the guy responding.
No, hey, if you make a comment on TikTok, you don't know who's going to reply. It might be me, it might be Keith. You don't know.
You don't know, but
hey, boost some engagement.
Right.
Those are our picks. Wow.
My last pick. I didn't even get my last pick.
What's your last pick?
Like I told you, the quarterback does not matter in UNLV. The quarterback does not matter at all. And I told you on this podcast that the next guy up is just as good, if not better. And there's a reason that UNLV didn't pay that kid. That was the biggest blowout win. Forget it. They can still make the playoff, UNLV. They're that good. They're that good. And Malik Hodge, whatever his name, Williams, he is the guy. And you might as well get on the bandwagon now.
Okay.
UNLV.
Okay. Hey, well, we can talk that. Let's talk a little preview, though. They play on Friday. Do you know who they play?
Boise?
No, they play Syracuse, a team that we've been on all year, too. So, are we going with Kyle McCord and Syracuse at UNLV?
Give me the spread. Oh, my. That is an awesome game.
It's a Friday night game. We get a good Friday night game that we actually have watched both teams multiple times.
A lot, yeah.
And it's 3-1.
UNLV's -6. Oh God, that's a
I have
lot.
5.5. The over under 59.5.
Oh man. Oh God, that's tough.
I know you're gonna have to think about that because we both have picked Syracuse multiple times this year. You've been on the UNLV train, and now they get to collide, and I am so excited.
It's a great game.
I'm excited for a Friday night game, UNLV versus Syracuse in Las Vegas.
That's a tough game.
I know. I saw it, and I was like, "There's no way we get this lucky. This is awesome." I'm so anti-Syracuse right now. It's not even fucking funny.
I think I kind of am too, even though I won. But it just, I don't know.
I think I'm gonna go just off props. I'm thinking I'm gonna ride the Kyle McCord train. Like, hey, 3 touchdowns, 200 yards, something like that.
Just the
I
fact
can't pick Syracuse.
Is favorites by more than they were against Fresno. I mean, it's just weird. That game might be unbettable. It might just be me sitting with my UNLV.
Just like,
UNLV.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun Friday night to watch that. Okay, going into our NFL picks, and then we're gonna come back to college. Well, actually, let's go over our NFL picks on how we did, and then give some awards where we think people are at and who are the current award winners. My picks for the NFL. Pittsburgh, Indianapolis Colts under. That looked great until they scored 24 points in the fourth. I lost that one. The Carolina Panthers money line over the Bengals, which that game actually wasn't awful. They went back and forth a little bit. Carolina lost. And then the one game I did pick right, which broke my hometown heart, picking the Packers to lose to the Vikings and then getting their ass kicked. I was like, yeah, I was right on with that one. And then they came back and I'm like, I'd rather you not do this. That's not fun. How about
that's the unbiased opinion we need here, though. He picks his team to lose, they lose.
Yep. I see it. I saw the writing on the wall. I'm like, I said, even if it's Love or Willis, give me the Vikings.
Yeah,
didn't matter. So yeah, 1-5. I went 1-5 this week. It's yikes.
All right, I'm up.
Go ahead. Yeah,
awesome. As you could see in my headline earlier, I don't know where it went. There it is. We're back. I went 3-0 in the NFL. I did. Jacksonville Jaguars +5.5. Did anybody see the last play of the game? They were doing backward laterals, and they clearly got tackled in the end zone. I talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people came back to me. I actually talked to a college ref to ask him the ruling there. Forward progress at the 1. Thank you very much. That's a great cover. Jacksonville still stinks. So don't think about betting them much, but like 5.5. There you go. Okay. Ravens -2.5. Easiest bet of the day. I mean, easiest bet of the day. The weapons compared to the 2, you got Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson versus just Josh Allen, 35-10. Easy win. Don't even have anything else to say. We were talking about them. Commies cards over was the last one. That did not go how I expected, but it hit.
It hit, but not the way we thought. Jaden Daniels is for real.
Yeah. They might, the NFC East, they might win it. I mean, he's open. Good. But yeah, 42 points from just the Commanders, and my dark horse Cardinals here in the desert are not good. Not good. But we did get
competitive. They will be competitive, but they are not great.
We did get the over 42-14.
Yeah.
Bam.
But that kind of leads us in with talking about Jaden Daniels and how great he has looked. Let's talk about some NFL before we get into college. Some current award winners. Nothing crazy. Who is the current MVP? Who is your current NFL MVP?
I'm not thinking this is going to happen.
Right.
Currently, though, it's probably going to be Josh Allen right now.
Okay.
Right now. And I'm still on that just because of, you saw it last night, the weapons he has compared to like Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Like I've said, like he has nobody out there of any relevance. So if he wins like the next 2 games, 5-1, he's still there. But right now, the dark horse is Sammy Darnold. Sammy
Can
Darnold.
I make a bold prediction?
Yeah.
Derrick Henry wins MVP.
Ooh.
Saquon wins Offensive Player of the Year.
Ooh. Okay, I like that.
I'm just saying, those two look like two of the best players, two of the best running backs in the league right now. Jordan Mason also second in rushing. MVP is still pretty up in the air, so that one's kind of tough.
I think Darnold ends up comeback player of the year, not MVP. But he's like 5th highest odds right now. Aaron Rodgers is the leader for comeback player of the year, and then Darnold. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't care what anybody says. That's crazy. And just because I just saw that right in front of my face, we're going to stomp the Jets next week. And then let's see what they think.
All right. Okay.
Anyways.
How about I'm going to go – I think it's Josh Allen, but I like my bold take of Henry and Barkley. Let's go Defensive Player of the Year. Currently, right now, I got to give it to my man. I got to give it to my man in Detroit.
Yeah,
it's
the guy in the game.
Does he have any sacks tonight yet?
He probably does.
Probably. I'm sure he does. I'm going to look real quick. But that's my guy right now. So who's your guy?
Oh, no, I'm the same way. As much as I love TJ Watt, I really think like this Lions team is going to win some awards at some point here if they continue to play so well. And he's the guy.
Doesn't look like he has recorded anything on defensive stat-wise as of yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't see anything. No tackles for loss or anything.
Well, wow, we look stupid. Okay, I changed my pick. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. Okay, so that's Defensive Player of the Year. I'm glad you're with me on that one. How about Offensive Player of the Year? Is it very clearly Jaden Daniels at this point?
No, because he's Rookie of the Year.
No. Rookie of the Year. That's what I meant. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, no, I think that's already over. That's my bold prediction.
It's not even that bold. I think he went from plus like 3,400 to neg 135.
Yeah, it's over.
Still great odds. I think it was great odds.
Yeah, I'd hammer it right now, and you probably feel good. You probably want to get money, but
I don't. Who would be? I don't want to. I want to skip Defensive Rookie of the Year because that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Who's your Coach of the Year?
Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah. Okay.
I know he's the favorite right now, so that sounds really stupid. But right now, it's Kevin O'Connell.
But we're talking right now. We're a quarter of the way through. How are we looking?
Yeah, it's him. It's definitely him. I can't,
Right.
and I'll be biased all year on that. Last year, if he would have taken Josh Dobbs and Nick Mullins and Jaron Hall, if any of those guys to the playoffs, which he did not, but that's an impossible task.
He can't do everything.
Yeah, he would have been right up there with me last year too, even if he made the playoffs with those scrubs. What he's doing there, like Sam Darnold, I'm convinced won't be able to do this anywhere else. Going forward, I don't think he can do this anywhere else.
I think he could have done this in San Francisco.
Yes. Sorry. Okay, got me.
Okay.
Got me.
Fair. But I hear you. He's not going to go walk into New York and do this again.
Yeah, again, my bold prediction is he's a Dolphin next year. I don't think that's going to go well because that's a trash franchise with an overrated coach. Yeah, I hate him.
I don't know about that.
They stink.
That's excessive.
They stink. They're down 9-6. Good for them.
Yeah, that's not good. All right, let's get into some college games. Just we already kind of touched on the Michigan-Minnesota game on how that ended up. That wasn't pretty for our bets or just for my heart. But
boy, oh boy, do I have a story.
Georgia-Alabama, what a fucking game that was. I rode you on a parlay with the BYU money line. That hit. I had Michigan money line. That hit. There's a couple things I had going that all looked great. Ohio State covering against Michigan State. Obviously, that was going to hit.
I had Michigan State, so.
Yeah, no, not. It was the first time they were playing a real Power 5 team.
That's why I did it, but.
Yeah. And then I had the Georgia-Alabama game over with the Georgia money line.
Oh.
That would have that was a $40 ticket to win $1,000.
Oh.
And so when Georgia came rolling back and had that touchdown with 2.5 minutes left, I was excited. And then about 11 seconds later, I was not excited.
So
I'm going to be honest. That play, immediately following the Georgia touchdown by the superstar that is the 17-year-old.
That's all the talk of sports right now.
Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
The catch isn't even the most impressive part of the play.
No.
It is him toe tapping after the catch, spinning around, and then doing a matrix like pirouette in between two defenders. That guy literally, I don't like to suck off anyone, but specifically Alabama. But that guy is
17-year-old. You can't really say that.
That guy is fucking. I meant like the team of Alabama, not the player. Because that's weird. Because he's 17. It'd be weird if he was 18. Wouldn't really care. But that, like, when people say, "Oh, that guy glides on the field," that motherfucker is like gallops and glides like very few people I've ever watched. He reminds me of Jamar Chase at LSU, but better at this age because he's much younger.
Yeah.
That guy's going to be probably. He might be in the NFL before he's 20.
Quick story.
Based
Yeah,
on this,
he will
right?
be. Quick story about him, though. So his sophomore and junior year, he was the all-state. He was Mr. Alabama or whatever.
As a freshman?
Sophomore and junior year. And then he reclassified because high school football was too easy. And
I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah. And then,
I can tell.
Like, I've won the award twice. Nobody can stop me. So I'm just going to go play Georgia,
And guess what?
I'm going to do the same thing.
No one still can really stop me. Weird.
That's nuts.
I'm looking ahead in dynasty drafts, and I am taking this motherfucker #1 overall. I don't care. Like,
I heard somebody on the radio today was like, I am trading for 2027 picks in my dynasty league
right now. Yep. I would do it. And I don't care if I'm a good team. If I win in like 25 and 26, I am tanking my team. Give me it. I want the guy on my team.
It is crazy.
Give me him and Jeremiah Smith on Ohio State 1-2.
No, his catches were amazing.
Can you? I don't like Ohio State, but it's kind of nice for me because all I would hear is, "Oh, Jeremiah Smith, the GOAT. He's so good. He's very, very good at football."
Yeah.
And then Alabama's got a guy younger and better, and I'm just like, that's just absurd.
It is absurd.
17 and 18.
Quick
The
story
two best wide receivers in college football. Teenagers.
I need everyone to laugh at me.
Okay.
So a quick story about that game. So, I was doing stuff during the day. So I get back. I turn on the TV. It's 28-0.
Yeah.
It's 28-0. I'm like, okay, this is stupid. I'm not watching this right now. So they start coming back. I'm oblivious to it. Me and my girlfriend, we go get some food. And then all of a sudden I check my phone after I'm done eating, and George is winning. George is winning. How stupid can somebody look? And I got my friends texting me, game of the year, game of the and I watched like 2 drives. I watched like 2 drives. Pretty stupid, pretty dumb.
I would say so.
Yeah, I would say so. But I did see the ending. Unbelievable catch and run. Didn't see it coming. I had Georgia -2, so I was actually kind of happy when it happened, and I was certain that Carson Beck was going to go lead him down and score at that point, the way they were playing. Underthrew a ball. Do you think he's a top pick anymore?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
You do still?
I do. Yeah,
I do not.
I do. He I understand he underthrew the ball multiple times on that final drive. But his ability to fight back from that, not
fair.
Not only that, but it was also in Alabama. That is not like we're at. I mean, I would say the Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta, but
let's say
we're not playing in Dallas for the Cotton Bowl or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not at a neutral field. He is on the road in Alabama, down 30. Damn near. And just kept his team in it, didn't panic.
Agreed.
And just brought them back. Like he diced them up in the second half.
He did.
Diced them up.
I don't know. I don't see it with him personally. That's just me. I think his Kentucky performance too, he didn't do much. I don't think he's a top pick anymore. I think he was at one point.
Interesting.
I just don't. I'm out on him personally.
Who would you rather have next year? Shedeur Sanders, Carson Beck?
Shedeur Sanders.
I
become more sold on Shedeur Sanders every week. I am on the Colorado train.
Listen. I get why you would say that, but he'll be going to the New York Giants. Excuse me.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that yet.
All I'm saying is he is so successful.
What if he ends up with the Panthers?
Even worse.
Yeah, probably.
Because the Panthers don't have Malik Neighbors.
Correct. Malik Neighbors can block.
All I'm saying, which I think Colorado is so tailored to his style of quarterback that is why he succeeds. It is a system designed to make him look good. That will not happen in the NFL. We've seen time and time again.
Correct.
Head coaches, offense coordinators will not tailor an offense to their quarterback unless you are a Hall of Famer. Brady when he went down to Tampa. New York Jets to Rodgers right now. Broncos to Peyton Manning. We saw it. We could see this with like Sam Darnold in New York and Carolina.
Ugh.
Josh Rosen in Arizona. Not that Josh Rosen was a good player, but like the things that young quarterbacks excel at, NFL guys are not willing. And I think this is a testament to the Commanders. The Commanders are willing and have been willing to give Jaden Daniels an easier offense to let him see success and then build on that. Like
the key to the car.
Yeah, be like, hey, I'm going to put the key in and I'm going to turn the car on for you. You keep it straight, and then I'll let you kind of turn left and right and make some turns and go zigzag and then you know what? Hey, maybe halfway through, hey, you know what? You can keep the key. Don't worry about it. It's not a distrust in quarterbacks, but it's an unwillingness to tailor to them to give them early success to build on to build their ego. Jaden Daniels is doing it well. Kudos to Dan Quinn.
I think Shedeur, though, when you put him in an offense that has maybe an offensive line a little bit better, I think we don't even know what he's like in the pocket. That's the scary thing, I think. He could be really good in the pocket, but he never can. He is running for his life.
But if you were an NFL commissioner, are you willing to take that bet?
Well, no, I don't like the class.
Because guess what?
The question started with him or Carson Beck. I'm taking.
I know, and you said, "Oh, I'm so much more sold on Shedeur." Yeah. And I think he is a system quarterback by definition. The system is designed to make him look good.
Chaos, though.
Yeah, but okay, you want to know who else's system was chaos? USC and Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams making plays. That's not going so hot right now for the Bears.
That's a good point.
I think I understand what you're saying. He's good on the run. Yeah, that's great. That will translate. That will be good. But if I'm a GM, I am not risking it where this guy has been coached by his father the entire time. It is nothing against father, prime, or whatever.
You don't like dads.
Right. I hate present fathers, apparently. Like, it has nothing to do with prime or that fucking circus that's out in Colorado. It is everything from high school, Jackson State, here has been tailored to make Shedeur look great. And he has, but Coach Prime is not following him to the NFL. No. Coach Prime will be going to Florida State. Norvell is out.
I'm just saying, don't be so sure. No. If an NFL team gives him a job,
I will eat my left nut.
All right, so the New York Giants next year, even though I think Daniel Jones is doing fine, can you imagine if they get a top pick and it all crumbles down? They're going to fire the coach.
Okay, they're not hiring Coach Prime. No one's doing that.
I don't know what they'd do with Daniel Jones at that point. They kind of screwed probably Russell Wilson.
Oh, I'm bringing my Louis with me. I'm going to bring all my guys from Colorado. if I can prove I'm a real good coach in college, that means I can do it in the NFL. No. Coach Prime is the prime example of better player, awful coach. Michael Jordan, great player, awful GM.
All right. Time out. This leads us into the Big 12 madness that I wanted to talk about. You're saying he's an awful coach, but right now he's 4-1. And
Who the fuck has he played?
He is in first place in the wild Big 12. The craziest conference right now
in
the country. So if you look at the conference, the Big 12 right now, BYU, the team I've been on, they're 5-0. They're 2-0 in the conference. They're at top. Texas Tech is 2-0 at top. Colorado is up top. Iowa State's 1-0. Arizona 1-0. West Virginia 1-0. And then you got a bunch of teams that were supposed to be the top of the conference, and they've all lost games. Kansas State, Utah, Oklahoma State stinks. But when I look at the odds, the favorites right now, Kansas State, Iowa State, Utah, Arizona, UCF's ahead of Colorado. Am I crazy for plus 1,300 Colorado to win the Big 12 and go to the playoff? Coach Prime, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter in the playoff. Money. Am I crazy for thinking there's a chance?
It's quality odds. It's quality odds.
They have less than UCF. They just ran over UCF. Ran them over.
They're not getting past Utah. They're not getting past Oklahoma State.
I don't know. You trust Utah if Rising's not out there?
I trust the MILF's little brother, the MILF Hunter's little brother.
He wasn't very good this week.
Absolutely, I trust Isaac Wilson. Absolutely. Cam Rising might play at that point. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, that's true.
I think they beat Kansas State handily this week. I'm not good on Kansas State.
Oh, God. I hate both of them. Unless Rising plays.
Listen, a real team they've played, the one real team they lost, they played, they got their ass kicked.
Yeah, Nebraska pissed me off this week anyways. But, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But the Big 12, it seems to me when I watch, and we'll see, because they have a bye this week, and then the next game they play Kansas State at home.
Sorry. I was looking at their schedule. I didn't realize that it was next week. Yeah, correct.
But my thought process is, like, the Big 12 is probably a step down.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's what we're seeing. And if we're not high on Kansas State. And
no, but we are high on BYU.
We are. And
give you the sister wives.
Fun fact, Colorado does not play BYU this year.
Yeah, and guess what? And even if they made the play, even if they made the championship game, then they're gonna lose.
But I'm just saying, look,
sister wives.
I like it, but if you look at the schedule, Kansas State at home, late night ESPN game. I mean, Colorado.
I think Colorado wins. I said that Colorado wins.
Okay, at Arizona. Arizona looks.
It's two of their last three games. They're not getting past Utah. They're not getting past Oregon State.
Oklahoma State. I think that Oklahoma State is
what did I say?
Disaster.
State, Oklahoma State.
They are a disaster.
Alan Bowman, year 14, is got it figured out.
Okay, let's talk about that.
What?
He's been bad.
I would love him on the Michigan team right now again.
Well, yeah, but you guys have like the worst. I mean, not the worst.
I don't know, man. Our quarterback situation.
Bowman has already thrown 6 picks this year.
We haven't even thrown 6 fucking passes this year.
And they got boat raced by Kansas State that we don't even like.
This is true. That's true.
I'm just saying, the door is open.
Yeah, it's open. No, it's cracked. It's cracked.
We'll see. They got to buy this week, so we can keep talking about it next week, too, because they'll still be undefeated in conference.
Yeah.
And Travis Hunter struck the pose. He did the pose. Is he a chance at the Heisman right now?
Who?
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me your top 3 because I have my top 3.
So I didn't like Cam Ward's last game, but he did come back. He did win on Thursday. That was a crazy game. Friday night.
Crazy.
So I still think by that he's number 1.
Yep.
Number 2 is Jalen Milroe because he's actually improved a lot. I think he's the odds-on favorite right now. But then I think Ashton Jeanty, the running back for Boise, unbelievable this week again. I think he had 259 and 4 touchdowns.
Ridiculous.
And then I think it's Travis Hunter for me in my power rankings right now. But I think genuinely right now we have 4. Jackson Dart, done, gone. Good
Pissed
job,
me off.
Lane. By the way, great job, Lane. Great
Pissed
job,
me off.
Lane.
You lose to fucking Kentucky.
Yeah, great job, Lane. Anyways, yeah, so I think there's 4 guys right now. And if the Big 12 goes down that way, like I think it might, Travis Hunter's going to win.
I have it right now.
Both sides.
Sadly, I have the same 4 as you do, but I have a different order. I have it as Cam Ward number 1, Travis Hunter number 2,
Ooh.
Genty number 3,
Ooh.
Milrow number 4.
Well, what has Milrow done to upset you?
I would rather give it to Ryan Williams than I would over Jaden Milrow.
So if they go undefeated,
Who?
Alabama,
Okay.
how does he not win it?
Okay, well, here's the problem. They're not.
Yeah, I thought that too, but I'm beginning to wonder. I'm in my point of the year where
Undefeated meaning they're SEC champions? Because then that means they'd have to have beaten Texas in the SEC championship.
Correct, but I think if they go undefeated in the regular season, I think he can still win it. By the way, tickets, if you want to go to Alabama at Tennessee, October 19th, tickets are starting at $565. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Just
okay, fun fact, because I'm looking at the Friday. This is a Friday game. Wow, what a great Friday game on 10/19. Or sorry, 10/18. No, is it 10? Okay, this is weird. On Vivid Seats, it says Friday the 18th, but the game says it's on the 19th. Texas versus Georgia.
Yeah.
Tickets $407.
$565. Wait, that they play on October 19th. Is Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia, Texas?
It says, well, right now.
That's crazy.
Here, I'm going to share this because I don't know why it's showing this. But it is.
It is, yeah. Texas and wow, what a weekend. Oh,
so you can see Friday 10/8 right here. 10/19.
It is the 19th. I just looked at.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
But that's a crazy weekend. I think Alabama, though, I hope they lose to Tennessee. I don't know. I still like Jalen Milrow if they do go the distance, but it's possible they don't because they're in the SEC, and I think that opens the door for others. I don't think the Boise Gentry, I don't think he has a chance. I really don't.
I do.
I think he's there. I think he's there in New York, rightfully so. But they never end up giving it to like it's a group of 5 running back. I just don't think they do it. I hope Boise makes the playoff, though. That would be cool. But they'll lose to my UNLV, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was like, you have some conflicting feelings on that one.
October 25th, Boise at UNLV.
It's gonna be a good game. All right,
that's where I placed my flag.
Yeah. Do you have anything else for the people? We are about at an hour and a half. We've covered everything. We got our picks coming next on Wednesday. But we
Dolphins
recap
are a joke franchise.
Who?
Dolphins. I'm going to continue to hate.
Who's worse, Dolphins or Jags?
Dolphins.
Oh, no.
Dolphins.
No.
How that franchise is ran.
Dolphins aren't up for getting moved to fucking London.
The Dolphins are also down 19-6 to Mason Rudolph.
Their quarterback, Skylar Thompson. I'd argue he's worse.
No, he's not. It's Tyler Huntley.
Oh, it's Snoop Dogg. It's Snoop. That's right.
So they can change quarterbacks every week, but Mike McDaniel can't make anyone play good. So just saying.
We're gonna have to disagree on that one because I
we
think
can't. But when the Dolphins keep losing, I'm just gonna keep saying.
Well, they lost. Their guy literally died on the. Well, not literally because we saw it happen. Damn near died on the field. We saw CTE live and in person.
I don't think they win a game before he returns.
I don't think he returns.
Well, then it's going to be a long year.
It's going to be a long 20 years because he's never coming back.
Long time. Sam Darnold next year.
Jesus, I hope no. Give me Aaron Rodgers. I want Aaron Rodgers.
It's fine too.
There you go. All right, that's going to do it from us at MV3. We will be back on Wednesday, 7:30, with some picks, some previews of the games. We will actually make a pick on the Friday UNLV Syracuse game. I will make Keith pick a team there. You can find us on all of our social medias on Facebook, Twitter. Not really Twitter. We're not really using that right now.
I want to use
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and YouTube. Twitch. Twitch is Coach_Gets. It's my own page. Everything else is MV3 Pod or MV3 Podcast. This episode will be up shortly here in the next hour or two. Leave us a like, comment on any TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Short, anywhere you see us. We're trying to pump out that good content for you. Other than that will do it for us. We will see you on Wednesday. Keith, I will talk to you later. Peace
Brewers.
out.
Go
Fuck the
Brewers. See you on Wednesday.
Only thing with the White Sox, I say they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt.